Hi, Scott Orland with Cinema Magazine. If you're like me, you're wondering, when is Amanda Seyfried going to sing in a movie again? The time has come. The Testament of Anne Lee. But unlike the other experiences of Les Miserables, theater songs, or Mamma Mia, pop songs, religious hymns, I would not know if they were in your arsenal or not. How interesting was it creatively to have to warble these tunes?
At first glance, I I thought, "Wow, these are very beautiful, very simple. How the hell are these gonna be made into songs that we're gonna want to listen to after the movie's over?" And then Daniel Blumberg did his magic and made and created these incredibly unique pieces of work that are so fulfilling to sing. I mean, the lyrics are all the Shaker lyrics, the melodies are similar, but he enhanced the whole thing into this beautiful dreamlike music scape, and I'm telling you, they were more fun to sing in that let go of this ear that I'd been keeping on, like I've been listening to myself all these years and trying to sound better and trying to train myself to sound better. And I had to just be happy with what I had in this movie, and I started to feel it more than any other experience. I started to feel it more than I listened to it, and that is really, special and satisfying and all the things. I love being a singer, and now I feel like I'm a different kind of singer where I can actually really enjoy myself.
This is a story about a woman I certainly did not know anything about, her
Me
whole
too.
starting the Shaker thing. And one of the fascinating components, at least that everybody wants to talk about, is this abstinence of sex. And when one actually sees the beginning of the film and you realize what this woman endured or went through, it's easier to understand that she didn't associate it with pleasure anymore, that this was almost something that was pain. How interesting of a road was this for you to travel on?
It was written out so well, so beautifully. It's very unconventional, this script, but what was clear was that, oh, this movement that was about community and equality, all these beautiful ideas that still seem to be tricky to uh, embody in 2025, are second, undermined kind of in a way in people's, from the outside, by this celibacy that seems absurd. And once you meet Anne Lee, within 10-15 minutes of the film, you completely understand. And it was there's some incredible suffering that I would want that for no one. And once you see that all of this stems from a pure grief, you start to understand that, maybe it is a good idea. Of course, it doesn't really work for most people, but it makes sense. And that was interesting to me. It already made sense in the script. It wasn't hard to make sense of it for the screen. Like, we brought it to life. We had to show that level of pain, and the graphic nature of that was, I felt important to really to really make you understand. But Mona had written it out so beautifully. But man, worked for her.
I know they've given me the signal to wrap, but I just want to ask you one quick thing
Sorry.
if I can, and that is I
Sorry,
love the
Scott,
boat
we need to
sequence
wrap.
where you're.
No, I'm sorry. It was my fault, Scott.
Am I okay?
Hi, go.
The boat sequence where you're going through, and I love how Hollywood fakes things. How real did they make it where you actually felt, even though you're not in the middle of the ocean, that you
Oh,
were
I
on a boat?
was. At one point, Mona took us out on a ship and we all got sick. It was awful. But it only lasted like 3 hours. It was awful. Off the coast of Gothenburg, it was awful. The dancing stuff we did on a real boat, but it was docked. But we did go out in the ocean. I don't like boats, but this boat didn't really move. So we were able to dance. And then the other part was when there was a big storm, we were on a set and I had to just move to make it look like it was moving. That was fun. That was
Well,
real make believe.
It made me motion sickness. So congratulations. Great job.
Thanks.
As
Thanks,
always, what a
Scott.
pleasure to talk to you. Congratulations.
Thanks.
Look out for the Testament of Anne Lee. And this is Scott. Till next time.